the ancient light of the Ethiopian Bible. Long, long ago, before the time of many kings and empires, in a land of mystery and ancient wisdom, there was a treasure of divine knowledge that has been passed down through the ages. This treasure is known as the Ethiopian Bible, a collection of sacred writings and wondrous visions that have guided a people for thousands of years. In the Ethiopian tradition, the Bible is not only a holy book, but also a living testament to the deep relationship between God and humanity. Its pages contain stories of miracles, prophecies, heavenly secrets, and the eternal promise of light for those who walk in truth and justice. The Ethiopian Bible is unique among the sacred texts of the world. It is a compilation of many books, some that are known to many and some that are hidden to others. Within it, we find stories of creation, of great patriarchs and prophets, of angels who soared among the clouds, and of a divine judgment that transforms the world. Today we will explore the mystery and majesty of the Ethiopian Bible. We will learn about its origins, its hidden secrets, and the timeless lessons that it carries. So come with me on this journey of wonder, a journey that will transport us to a time when the heavens spoke and the earth listened. Part 1. The origin of the Ethiopian Bible. Before there were kings, before there were great empires, there was a time when the world was young and the voice of God was as clear as the ringing of a bell. In that ancient era, the Ethiopian people began to gather the words and wisdom that God had whispered into the winds. The Ethiopian Bible is said to have been revealed by divine light and guarded by angels. Its origin is a story of mystery and marvel. Many believe that long ago in the highlands of Ethiopia, wise men and mystics received visions of the divine. They saw the face of God and heard the voices of the angels. In these visions, they were shown the order of creation, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the winds that carry the secrets of the heavens. They saw how God had formed the earth, how he had created all living things, and how he had set in motion a grand plan for all humanity. These wise ones gathered what they had seen and heard and carefully wrote it down. They believed that the words given to them were not meant for just one generation, but for all time. Over many centuries, these sacred writings were passed down from one generation to the next, carefully guarded by priests, scholars, and storytellers. In Ethiopia, these writings grew into a collection known as the Ethiopian Bible, a book of books that contains the fullness of divine revelation. The Ethiopian Bible is different from many other sacred texts because it includes books that speak of both the visible and the invisible, the natural and the supernatural. It holds secrets of creation, the mysteries of the cosmos, and the prophecies of a future time when justice will reign and the wicked will be judged. It is a guide for those who seek to live in harmony with the divine order. Its origin is steeped in the belief that the words of God are eternal, and that through them, the people can find the light to lead their lives. In our journey today, we will explore many parts of the Ethiopian Bible. We will look at its visions, its revelations, and the prophetic voices that speak through its pages. But before we dive into the individual chapters, let us take a moment to honor the ancient custodians of this sacred knowledge, those who dedicated their lives to preserving the words of the divine. They built libraries and monasteries high in the mountains, where the Ethiopian Bible was kept safe from the winds of time. Their love for the truth and their dedication to God's message have ensured that this ancient treasure still shines as brightly today as it did thousands of years ago. Part 2. The Books and Visions of the Ethiopian Bible. The Ethiopian Bible is not a single book, but rather a magnificent tapestry of texts that come together to form a complete picture of divine truth. Among its many parts, there are books that tell of the creation of the world, the lives of great patriarchs, the miracles performed by prophets, and the cosmic battles between good and evil. Here we will explore several key sections and visions found within the Ethiopian Bible. Chapter 1. The Book of Creation and the Heavenly Order. In the beginning, before the first light graced the world, there was darkness, a vast, silent void waiting for the spark of life. The Ethiopian Bible tells us that with one mighty word from God, light burst forth, illuminating the darkness with a radiance that would forever change the course of history. In this ancient text, the book of creation is not simply a recounting of events. It is a poetic and profound declaration of order emerging from chaos. Imagine, if you will, the early moments of creation. The heavens were unfurled like a great tapestry, and the earth was shaped with meticulous care. Every element of nature, the sun, the moon, the stars, the mountains, the rivers, was fashioned with purpose. The Ethiopian Bible paints a picture of a universe where nothing is random. The sun rises and sets in a perfect, predetermined rhythm, and the stars follow their divinely ordered courses across the night sky. These details are not just marvels to behold. They are powerful symbols that communicate a simple truth. Everything in creation obeys the will of the Almighty. This chapter invites us to see the natural world as a grand symphony, with each part playing its role in harmony with the others. The light of the sun warms the earth. The moon glows softly in the night, and the stars sparkle as if each held a secret message from the Creator. The text uses vivid, accessible imagery so that even a small child can picture a sky full of twinkling stars, each one a reminder of the infinite beauty and order of creation. Yet, with this beauty comes responsibility. The book of creation in the Ethiopian Bible teaches that the earth is not just a playground for nature, but a sacred trust bestowed upon humanity. God did not create the world for chaos or destruction. Rather, every rock, every tree, and every stream has been placed with care, so that humanity might live in balance with all that is good and pure. The creation is a reflection of divine perfection, and as stewards of this precious gift, people are called to honor it, protect it, and live in harmony with it. The simple language of this chapter speaks directly to the heart. It tells us that when you look at the rising sun, you are witnessing the glory of the Creator, a glory that has been constant since the beginning of time. When you listen to the whisper of the wind or the gentle babble of a brook, you are hearing the voice of the divine, inviting you to appreciate the order and beauty that surrounds you. These images are designed to inspire awe and reverence, urging you to remember that every day, as you wake to a new dawn, you are part of a grand and timeless design. Furthermore, the book of creation serves as a reminder that the natural order is a living testament to God's wisdom. Even as the world changes, the cycles of nature remain constant. The passing of the seasons, the cycle of day and night, and the orderly movements of the celestial bodies are all evidence of a divine plan that governs everything. This understanding can give us comfort in our everyday lives. No matter how chaotic or unpredictable the world may seem at times, there is an underlying order that brings stability and hope. Imagine a child lying on the grass, gazing up at a clear, starry sky. That child sees not just a collection of twinkling lights, but a message of wonder and assurance. The Ethiopian Bible wants every person, young or old, to feel that same wonder, to know that the world is made with love and order, and that we, too, are part of that beautiful plan. This chapter teaches us that by embracing the beauty of creation, by understanding its rhythms and its secrets, we learn to live in harmony with the earth and with ourselves. It is a call to pause, to look around with fresh eyes, and to appreciate every small detail as a sign of divine artistry. In a world where many often feel overwhelmed by the complexities of modern life, the book of creation offers a simple yet profound message. Everything has its place, and every part of nature sings a song of balance and peace. It is a reminder that even in moments of hardship, the natural world continues its steady, unwavering rhythm, a rhythm that mirrors the enduring love and order of the divine. And so, as you step into each new day, remember that the creation is not an accident, but a masterpiece crafted by a loving Creator, a masterpiece that invites you to live in gratitude and mindfulness. Chapter 2. The Lives of the Patriarchs and the Prophets. Following the wondrous account of creation, the Ethiopian Bible guides us into the lives of the great patriarchs and prophets. These men were chosen by God to lead, to inspire, and to carry the torch of divine wisdom forward into the future. Their lives are filled with moments of courage, faith, and sometimes profound sorrow. They are the pioneers of a spiritual tradition that continues to influence and uplift generations. In this chapter, we learn about the noble figures of old, men like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose journeys with God laid the foundation for an entire nation. Their stories are told in language that is both simple and deeply moving. Each narrative is a lesson in trust, obedience, sacrifice, and the relentless quest for righteousness. Abraham, the father of many nations, is celebrated for his unwavering faith. When God called him to leave his homeland and journey to an unknown land, Abraham did so with a heart full of hope. His story is a testament to the power of belief. A belief that, no matter how difficult the path may seem, the promise of divine favor and protection will guide him. Abraham's life is a shining example of how to trust in something greater than oneself, even when the way forward is shrouded in uncertainty. Following Abraham, the story of Isaac, born as a miraculous answer to a long-awaited promise, teaches us about the fragile balance between joy and sorrow. Isaac's birth brought great happiness to his parents, yet his life was also marked by tests of faith. One of the most dramatic moments in his story is the command for Abraham to sacrifice him, a test that ultimately demonstrated the power of faith and the mercy of God. Although this trial was a source of immense pain, it reinforced the idea that true faith sometimes requires the most difficult choices. It is a reminder that the path of righteousness is rarely easy, but it is always worth the struggle. Jacob, the son of Isaac, further deepens this legacy. His life is a rich tapestry of dreams, conflicts, and divine encounters. Jacob's journey is not just one of personal transformation, it is the story of a nation in the making. From his youthful struggles with his brother Esau to his dramatic encounter with God at Bethel, Jacob's life is filled with lessons about perseverance, humility, and the transformative power of divine grace. His story shows that even when we stumble and fall, we can rise again, changed, refined, and ready to fulfill our destiny. Beyond the patriarchs, the Ethiopian Bible is replete with the voices of prophets who spoke with authority and compassion. These prophets were more than mere human beings. They were vessels of divine wisdom, chosen to reveal the hidden truths of the world. They warned of the consequences of disobedience, called for repentance, and offered hope to the downtrodden. Their messages are timeless, echoing across the centuries with a clarity that cuts through the noise of everyday life. The narratives of these patriarchs and prophets are interwoven with themes of love, sacrifice, and redemption. They remind us that the journey of faith is a winding road, marked by moments of triumph and tragedy alike. Through their lives, the Ethiopian Bible teaches us that the path to divine favor is paved with both challenges and victories. It is a path that requires unwavering trust, steadfast determination, and a willingness to embrace both joy and sorrow as part of the human experience. Imagine, for a moment, a grand family reunion where generations of wisdom come together, a gathering where the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are shared around a warm fire. In this vision, every word spoken is a precious inheritance, passed down from one heart to another. This is the spirit of the Ethiopian Bible's account of the patriarchs and prophets. It is a call to remember that the strength of a people lies in its history, the sacrifices of those who came before, the lessons learned from their trials, and the promise of a future built on the foundation of faith. For a young child, these stories may seem like grand adventures filled with larger-than-life heroes and miraculous events. And indeed they are, for they carry within them the seeds of a timeless truth, that no matter how daunting the challenges may be, the light of faith can guide us through even the darkest of nights. Whether it is the courageous journey of Abraham into unknown lands, the miraculous birth of Isaac, or the transformative struggles of Jacob, each story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that through faith and perseverance, we can overcome all obstacles. Moreover, the lives of the patriarchs and prophets serve as personal guides. They show us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that every hardship, every sacrifice, is part of a larger divine plan. Their examples inspire us to be brave, to trust in the unseen, and to embrace the journey of life with an open heart. They teach us that the quest for righteousness is not a destination, but a lifelong journey, a journey that is marked by constant learning, growth, and transformation. As you reflect on these ancient stories, let them remind you that the same divine love that sustained Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is available to you. Each step you take in faith is a step toward realizing the promise of a better future. A future where the lessons of the past light your way and the hope of tomorrow sustains you. The Ethiopian Bible's account of the patriarchs and prophets is more than a historical record. It is a living, breathing testimony to the power of the human spirit when it is aligned with the divine. Chapter 3. The Secrets of the Angels and the Watchers. After the magnificent tales of creation and the noble journeys of the patriarchs and prophets, the Ethiopian Bible turns its gaze toward one of the most mysterious and captivating aspects of divine revelation, the secrets of the angels and the watchers. This chapter is a window into a hidden world, a realm where the celestial and the terrestrial meet in a tapestry of wonder, rebellion, and ultimate judgment. In these ancient texts, angels are depicted not only as messengers of God, but also as guardians of divine mysteries. They are beings of light and power, whose very existence testifies to the glory and majesty of the Creator. Yet, within this realm of the heavenly, there is a shadow, a story of the Watchers, a group of angels who, seduced by earthly beauty and forbidden desires, descended to the world of mortals. Their fall from grace is a tale of ambition, rebellion, and the tragic consequences of disobedience. The secrets revealed in this chapter are both awe-inspiring and sobering. The Watchers, once noble beings entrusted with guiding humanity, chose to break their sacred oaths. They engaged in forbidden liaisons with the daughters of men and imparted forbidden knowledge, secrets that were never meant for mortal ears. This act of defiance set off a chain of events that plunged the world into corruption and chaos. The Ethiopian Bible recounts how these fallen angels introduced arts and sciences that, while wondrous, also had the potential to lead humanity astray. They taught the secrets of metallurgy, enchantments, and even the mysteries of the natural world, not to liberate, but to subjugate the human spirit. Imagine a great shining host of angels descending from the heavens, their wings spread wide and their faces aglow with divine radiance. In that moment, the world is filled with hope and promise. But then, as the Watchers begin to interact with humanity in ways that betray their original mission, that hope is marred by the taint of rebellion. The text describes how the harmonious order of the heavens was disrupted. A war was waged in the celestial realms, pitting those who remained faithful against those who fell from grace. The language of this chapter is rich with symbolism and vivid imagery. It speaks of secret chambers of the heavens, the hidden scrolls of divine wisdom, and judgments that will shake the very foundations of the earth. These phrases are designed to evoke a sense of mystery and wonder, while also warning the reader of the great cost of disobedience. The fallen angels, known as the Watchers, are portrayed as tragic figures, once majestic and noble, now burdened with the guilt of their transgressions and the knowledge that their actions have forever altered the destiny of mankind. This account of the Watchers and their rebellion is a powerful allegory. It teaches us that when beings, whether divine or human, choose to stray from the path of righteousness, the consequences are dire. The knowledge they imparted, while seemingly liberating at first, eventually led to widespread corruption, paving the way for divine judgment. In the Ethiopian Bible's narrative, the fall of the Watchers is not an isolated event. It is intrinsically linked to the fate of the world. Their disobedience becomes a mirror reflecting the potential for human error and the peril of allowing ambition and desire to overrule divine law. For a child, this chapter might sound like a fantastical story about angels and battles in the sky. Yet beneath the surface, its message is clear and universal. The power of disobedience has consequences, and the beauty of divine order must be cherished and protected. The story of the Watchers is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most glorious beings can fall when they lose sight of their sacred duty. The secrets of the angels and the Watchers also invite us to ponder the mysteries of the universe. They ask us to consider that there is more to life than what our eyes can see and our ears can hear. There are hidden dimensions of existence, realms of light and shadow, where the eternal battle between good and evil is waged. The Ethiopian Bible uses simple yet evocative language to open our minds to these mysteries, encouraging us to look beyond the mundane and to seek the divine in every corner of creation. Moreover, this chapter is a call to humility. The fallen angels, with all their beauty and power, serve as a reminder that no matter how high we may soar, we must never forget our duty to remain humble and obedient. Their tragic fate teaches us that the pursuit of forbidden knowledge, when driven by pride and desire for power, leads only to downfall. It is a lesson that echoes throughout the ages. True wisdom comes not from defiance, but from a humble acceptance of the divine order and a willingness to follow the path laid out by the Creator. The Ethiopian Bible, through the account of the Watchers, invites us to reflect on the delicate balance between revelation and responsibility. It warns us that the gift of knowledge, while precious, is also a heavy burden, a burden that requires us to act with care, wisdom, and integrity. When we seek knowledge, we must do so with a spirit of reverence and humility, mindful of the eternal laws that govern all things. This message is as relevant today as it was in ancient times, urging us to use our talents and abilities for the greater good rather than for selfish gain. As you contemplate the secrets of the angels and the Watchers, let your heart be filled with both wonder and caution. Let the beauty of the celestial realm remind you of the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our mortal world. And let the tragic tale of the fallen Watchers warn you to guard your own heart against the temptations of pride and disobedience. For in the end, the true measure of our wisdom is not how much we know, but how humbly we live in accordance with the divine truth. Chapter 4. The Prophetic Visions and the Call to Write. As we move deeper into the Ethiopian Bible, we encounter the powerful visions of the prophet Enoch, and other seers who were chosen to witness the secrets of the heavens. This section is filled with dramatic scenes of divine revelation, where the mysteries of the universe are laid bare before mortal eyes. The prophets see things that no ordinary man should see: the hidden chambers of creation, the eternal cycles of judgment, and the destiny of both the righteous and the wicked. One recurring theme in these prophetic texts is the call to write down what is seen and heard. The prophets are commanded by the divine to record the mysteries so that future generations may be warned and enlightened. They are told, "Write, for the truth is a heavy burden, and only those who are prepared shall understand it." This call to record the revelations is both a solemn duty and a gift. It means that the wisdom of the heavens is not lost to time. It is preserved for all who seek it. The visions in this part of the Ethiopian Bible are filled with symbolic imagery. We see descriptions of thrones of light, rivers of fire, and beings that shimmer with the radiance of the divine. There are scenes of judgment, where the wicked are cast down and the just are lifted up. There are also images of renewal and restoration, a promise that after the storm of judgment, a new world of peace and righteousness will emerge. These prophetic passages are not only meant to awe and inspire, they also carry a deep moral message. They remind us that every action has consequences, that the path of disobedience leads to ruin, and that only by living in accordance with divine laws can we hope to achieve eternal peace. For a child listening to these words, the message is simple. Be good, listen to your parents and God, and you will be safe and happy. For the older listener, it is a call to remember that justice is eternal and that the wisdom of the past guides our future. Chapter 5. The Promise of the Eternal Kingdom and the Day of Judgment. No sacred text would be complete without a vision of the future, a future in which the divine promise is fully realized. In the Ethiopian Bible, this promise is portrayed as the eternal kingdom of God, a realm of light where the just shall live in everlasting peace and the wicked shall be cast away into eternal darkness. This final vision is both a comfort and a warning, comfort to those who live righteously and a dire admonition to those who persist in their sins. The texts describe a day when the heavens will open and the judgment of God will be carried out upon all of creation. On that day, every deed will be accounted for, the books of life will be opened, and the fate of every soul will be sealed. The righteous will be greeted with a light so brilliant that no shadow of despair can exist in their presence. They will dwell in a paradise where every tree bears fruit, every river flows with life-giving water, and the air is filled with the music of angels. In stark contrast, the texts warn that the wicked will face a destiny of torment. Their names will be blotted out, and they will be consigned to a realm of unending fire and sorrow. The vivid imagery of this judgment is designed to stir the hearts of all who hear it. It is a reminder that the choices we make in life have eternal consequences. The promise of the eternal kingdom is a call to live a life of virtue, to follow the teachings of the prophets, and to work every day to build a future where justice and love prevail. This chapter in the Ethiopian Bible is written in a language that is both poetic and imperative. It speaks directly to the listener, urging each one to prepare for the day of judgment. Walk in the light, it says, for the day of the Lord is near. The vision is both awe-inspiring and humbling, urging us to reflect on our own lives, to mend our ways, and to embrace the truth that has been handed down through the ages. Chapter 6. The Ethiopian Tradition and the Custodians of the Sacred Word. Beyond the texts themselves, the Ethiopian Bible is also a living tradition, a heritage that has been passed down through generations of Ethiopians who have revered these sacred writings. In Ethiopia, the Bible is not merely a book to be read. It is a treasure to be guarded, a legacy to be celebrated, and a guide for every aspect of life. The custodians of this ancient wisdom have dedicated their lives to preserving the manuscripts, singing the psalms, and teaching the stories to every child and adult. In the highland monasteries and ancient churches scattered across Ethiopia, the Ethiopian Bible is read in beautiful liturgical languages, accompanied by chants and musical instruments that fill the air with a sense of divine mystery. The tradition is oral, as well as written. The stories are passed from one generation to the next by word of mouth, ensuring that even those who cannot read can still receive the teachings of the sacred texts. This living tradition is a testament to the power of faith and the resilience of a people who have preserved their spiritual heritage through countless trials and tribulations. It is a reminder that the true essence of the Bible lies not only in its words, but also in the hearts of those who carry its message. In every celebration, every prayer, and every act of kindness, the spirit of the Ethiopian Bible shines through, a beacon of hope and a call to unity in a sometimes divided world. Chapter 7. The Ethiopian Bible in the Modern World. Although the Ethiopian Bible is ancient, its lessons are timeless. Today, as in the days of old, people around the world search for truth, for guidance, and for a sense of purpose. The Ethiopian Bible, with its rich tapestry of visions, prophecies, and moral teachings, continues to inspire scholars, theologians, and ordinary people alike. In modern times, the Ethiopian Bible has been the subject of much study and admiration. Researchers and historians delve into its manuscripts, uncovering layers of meaning that connect the past to the present. The unique canon of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, which includes books not found in many other Bibles, offers insights into ancient wisdom and the diverse ways in which people have understood the divine. This rich tradition challenges us to look beyond our own limited perspectives and to embrace a broader, more inclusive vision of spirituality. The Ethiopian Bible is also a bridge between cultures. It has been translated into many languages and shared with people all over the world, inviting them to experience the beauty and depth of its teachings. In an age where the world seems increasingly divided by differences, the Ethiopian Bible stands as a symbol of unity, a reminder that the search for truth, justice, and love is a universal quest that transcends boundaries of language, culture, and geography. Chapter 8. The Call to Remember and the Duty to Share the Light. At the very heart of the Ethiopian Bible is a call to remember the ancient truths and to share them with future generations. This call is echoed in the voices of the prophets, the visions of the seers, and the songs of the Ethiopian faithful. It is a call that says, "Remember the wonders of creation, the miracles of the past, and the promises of the future. Let these truths be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path." For those who study the Ethiopian Bible, there is a sacred duty to preserve its wisdom, to teach it to others, and to live it out in everyday actions. The Bible is not a relic to be locked away in a dusty vault. It is a living document, a guide for how to live a life of righteousness and compassion. Every prayer, every act of charity, every moment of forgiveness is a way of fulfilling the ancient mandate to walk in the light of God's truth. In this final part of our reflection, we are called to remember that the legacy of the Ethiopian Bible is not confined to the past. It is a vibrant, enduring force that continues to shape the lives of millions of people. Whether one is reading its ancient pages, listening to the songs of its traditions, or simply meditating on its timeless messages, the Ethiopian Bible invites us to embrace a way of life that honors truth, justice, and love. Chapter 9. Embracing the lessons of the past to shape a brighter future. Now, as we draw near to the close of our long journey through the Ethiopian Bible, we are reminded that every ancient word carries a promise of renewal, of hope, and of transformation. The lessons contained within these sacred texts are like seeds planted in the soil of our hearts. With care, attention, and love, these seeds can grow into a mighty tree that offers shade, shelter, and sustenance to all who seek refuge beneath its branches. The Ethiopian Bible teaches us that no matter how deep the wounds of the past, no matter how dark the night may seem, there is always a dawn, a new day filled with light. It shows us that every act of disobedience, every moment of sorrow, is balanced by the promise of redemption. The visions of judgment and renewal remind us that justice, though it may seem delayed, is always certain. And the call to live in unity, to honor our shared humanity, is a call that echoes across the ages. In our own lives, we can take these lessons to heart. When we face challenges, or when we feel overwhelmed by the weight of our mistakes, we can remember that the divine light that shone in the ancient highlands of Ethiopia still burns bright. We can choose to live in harmony with nature, to care for our families, and to work together to build communities based on justice and compassion. The Ethiopian Bible, with its rich tapestry of stories and prophecies, is more than just a book. It is a guide for life. It teaches us that the power of forgiveness can heal the deepest wounds, that the strength of unity can overcome the most insurmountable obstacles, and that the truth, once revealed, has the power to transform the world. In embracing these truths, We become part of a grand tradition, a tradition that calls on us to be the bearers of light in a world that sometimes dwells in darkness. Chapter 10. A personal invitation to walk in the light. Dear friend, as you sit with these words, I invite you to imagine yourself on a long, winding path. The path is ancient and is lined with memories of generations past, each step echoing with the voices of those who have come before us. This is the invitation that the Ethiopian Bible extends to every seeker, to walk in the light of truth and wisdom. Imagine a quiet morning in the highlands of Ethiopia. The sun is just rising over a horizon of rolling green hills, and soft, golden rays spill gently over the land. In that moment, the world seems to be reborn with a promise of hope and renewal. This is what it means to walk in the light of the divine, a light that has guided people through millennia. The Ethiopian Bible, with its rich tapestry of ancient songs, prophecies, and visions, offers us that same light today. When you step onto this path, know that you are not alone. The stories contained in the Ethiopian Bible have been cherished by countless generations. They have been whispered in the corridors of ancient monasteries, sung by choirs in stone churches, and shared by elders around warm fires. Each word, each story, is a beacon designed to guide you through life's challenges. You are invited to let these sacred teachings illuminate your heart, to let their gentle radiance dispel the darkness of fear and doubt. In this personal invitation, you are called to open your heart to the wonders of creation. Look around you, the earth beneath your feet, the sky above, the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. Each is a sign of the divine order. The Ethiopian Bible tells us that all of creation sings the glory of God, and when we open our senses, we can hear that song. It is a song of harmony, of balance, and of the eternal promise that the just will inherit the earth. To walk in the light is to become part of that grand melody, a melody that speaks of peace, unity, and endless hope. Consider the beauty of a simple act, a smile shared with a friend, a kind word given to someone in need, or even a moment of silence to appreciate the wonder of nature. These are the everyday expressions of divine light. Each small act of kindness is like a spark that can ignite a flame of hope in a dark room. The Ethiopian Bible reminds us that light, once kindled, can never be fully extinguished. Even in the deepest of nights, the promise of dawn remains. And so, dear friend, you are invited to be that spark, to let your inner light shine forth, and to illuminate the lives of those around you. Walking in the light also means embracing the truth of who you are. It is an invitation to shed the weight of doubt and to stand proudly in the knowledge that you are a beloved child of the divine. Too often we let the voices of criticism and self-doubt keep us from stepping fully into our own power. But the Ethiopian Bible tells us that each of us has a unique purpose, a purpose woven into the very fabric of creation. Whether you are young or old, whether you know it or not, you have been gifted with talents, dreams, and the capacity to love. These gifts are your own personal light, meant to guide you and to guide others. Reflect for a moment on the image of a lantern held high on a dark night. That lantern is not only a source of light, it is also a symbol of hope, resilience, and the promise that no matter how dark the night may be, the light will always return. In the Ethiopian tradition, the light of the Bible is like that lantern, steady, unwavering, and filled with the promise of eternal renewal. As you read these words, let them remind you that your journey is sacred. Every step you take in kindness, every moment you choose love over anger, adds to a great mosaic of divine truth that spans the ages. Perhaps you have moments in your life when the path seems rough, when the challenges appear too great to overcome. In those times, remember this invitation: to walk in the light. Embrace the support of your family, your community, and the eternal presence of the divine. When you feel lost, Look up to the heavens and remember that the stars, the sun, and the moon all move in perfect harmony according to God's plan. They remind us that even the most seemingly chaotic events have their place in a grand design. Your life, too, is part of that design, and by walking in the light, you honor the great tradition of truth that the Ethiopian Bible embodies. In practical terms, walking in the light means cultivating habits of reflection, prayer, and community. It means setting aside time each day to listen, to the quiet voice within, to the sounds of nature, and to the words of wisdom passed down by those who came before. It means creating spaces where you can feel safe to express your hopes and your fears. It also means reaching out to others with genuine care and compassion, knowing that every small act of love creates ripples that spread far beyond what you can see. There's a simple beauty in choosing kindness. When you decide to forgive, when you choose to help rather than to harm, you are embodying the divine light that the Ethiopian Bible so eloquently describes. Your actions become a testament to the power of hope and to the eternal promise that justice and love will prevail. In a world that can sometimes feel divided and cold, you have the power to be a warm, guiding light, a living example of the truth that the ancient texts have so lovingly preserved. So, dear friend, as you continue on your journey, let this personal invitation sink deeply into your heart. Know that you are loved beyond measure, that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle, and that your path is lit by the eternal light of divine truth. Embrace the challenge, walk with courage, and let every step you take be a tribute to the sacred wisdom of the Ethiopian Bible. Chapter 11. The Eternal Impact of the Ethiopian Bible. As we reflect on our journey through the Ethiopian Bible, we begin to see how its timeless words continue to shape the lives of millions around the world. The impact of this sacred text is not limited to the ancient highlands of Ethiopia. It reverberates through history and across continents, touching the hearts of people in every generation. The Ethiopian Bible, with its rich collection of books, visions, and prophecies, is a treasure trove of divine wisdom. It has been passed down with great care, preserved in ancient manuscripts, and cherished by a community of faithful custodians. In the monasteries, churches, and homes of Ethiopia, the Bible is not merely a text. It is a living presence, a guide for daily life, and a source of hope that has sustained its people through the most challenging times. Imagine the scene in an ancient Ethiopian monastery. The air is filled with the gentle murmur of prayers, the soft glow of candlelight dances on stone walls, and the age-old chants of monks echo through hallowed halls. Here, in this sacred space, the Ethiopian Bible is read aloud in a language steeped in mystery and reverence. Each word is imbued with the wisdom of the ages, and every verse is a reminder of the deep connection between humanity and the divine. This ancient text has a power that goes beyond its written words. It shapes the very identity of the Ethiopian people, offering a sense of belonging and a vision of a world ruled by justice, compassion, and divine love. For many, the Ethiopian Bible is the foundation upon which their culture is built. Its stories of creation, of great patriarchs and prophets, and of divine judgment and redemption have been woven into the fabric of daily life. They are recited in schools, sung in celebrations, and passed down from parents to children as a sacred heritage. The eternal impact of the Ethiopian Bible is seen in the resilience of a people who have faced immense challenges, from foreign invasions and internal conflicts to the erosion of traditions in a rapidly changing world. Despite these hardships, the teachings of the Ethiopian Bible have remained a steadfast beacon of hope. They offer solace in times of sorrow, guidance in moments of confusion, and a promise of renewal when all seems lost. One of the most striking aspects of the Ethiopian Bible is its ability to bridge the gap between the ancient and the modern. Even in our contemporary world, where technology and modernity often overshadow the old ways, the teachings of the Ethiopian Bible continue to offer a counterbalance, a reminder that the eternal truths of justice, love, and unity remain as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. For instance, when you see the sun rising over a modern city, its light touching the glass and steel of skyscrapers, remember that that same sun was once described in the Ethiopian Bible as a symbol of divine order. The consistent path of the sun, the moon, and the stars, so meticulously recorded in the ancient texts, reminds us that while human societies may change, the natural order remains a constant testament to God's unchanging nature. This continuity offers a profound sense of stability and reassurance, grounding us in a reality that is larger than our fleeting troubles. Furthermore, the Ethiopian Bible has had a lasting influence on art, literature, and music. Its vivid imagery, poetic language, and profound narratives have inspired countless works of art. The intricate illuminations found in ancient Ethiopian manuscripts, for example, are not only beautiful, but also serve as a visual representation of the divine mysteries contained within the text. These artistic expressions are a reminder that the impact of the Ethiopian Bible extends into every aspect of cultural life, enriching the human spirit and fostering a deep appreciation for beauty and truth. In educational settings, the Ethiopian Bible continues to be a subject of deep study and scholarly research. Historians, theologians, and linguists work tirelessly to uncover the layers of meaning hidden within its pages. Their research not only enhances our understanding of ancient Ethiopia and its rich cultural heritage, but also contributes to a broader comprehension of the human quest for divine truth. The insights gained from these studies have helped to illuminate connections between different cultures and religious traditions, revealing a shared human longing for meaning, order, and transcendence. The enduring impact of the Ethiopian Bible is also felt on a personal level. For many believers, its pages provide comfort and guidance in times of personal crisis. Whether one is grappling with the loss of a loved one, facing moral dilemmas, or simply seeking solace in a troubled world, the words of the Ethiopian Bible offer a source of unwavering strength. Its messages of hope, renewal, and the eternal promise of divine justice speak directly to the soul, encouraging us to rise above our challenges and to trust in the eternal plan of the Creator. Moreover, the Ethiopian Bible is a call to community, a call to come together in the shared pursuit of truth and goodness. In a time when many communities are fractured by differences and strife, the unifying message of the Ethiopian Bible is more important than ever. It teaches us that, regardless of our backgrounds, we are all connected by a common destiny. The promise that the just will inherit the earth is not merely an abstract ideal, but a living hope that can transform our relationships and our communities. It is a promise that urges us to act with kindness, to forgive freely, and to build bridges where walls once stood. In reflecting on the eternal impact of the Ethiopian Bible, we are reminded that its teachings are like seeds planted in the heart. With care and nurturing, these seeds can grow into mighty trees that offer shelter and sustenance to all who seek them. Each act of kindness, every moment of reflection, and every shared word of wisdom helps to cultivate a world that is more just, more compassionate, and more in tune with the divine order. This is the legacy of the Ethiopian Bible, a legacy that endures not only in the written word but also in the living actions of those who carry its message forward. The Ethiopian Bible, therefore, is much more than a historical artifact. It is a living, breathing testament to the power of divine revelation. Its impact is eternal, and its lessons are as fresh today as they were when they were first inscribed on ancient parchment. As you continue on your journey, may the words of this sacred text inspire you to live a life filled with purpose, to seek out truth in all its forms, and to contribute to a future where the light of the divine shines brightly for all. Chapter 12. A final call to embrace the light and spread the word. As our long journey through the Ethiopian Bible draws to a close, we arrive at a final heartfelt call, a call to embrace the light of divine truth and to share it with the world. This is a call that comes not only from the ancient pages of this sacred text, but also from the depths of every soul that has been touched by its wisdom. It is a call to action, a call to transform our lives, and to become beacons of hope in a world that so desperately needs the warmth of love and the assurance of justice. Let me share with you a vision of a future where the light of the Ethiopian Bible is not confined to ancient monasteries or dusty manuscripts, but lives and breathes in the hearts of every person. Imagine a world where every individual, young and old, carries within them the eternal flame of truth. Imagine communities where differences are celebrated, where compassion flows freely, and where the wounds of the past are healed by the power of forgiveness. This is the world that the Ethiopian Bible calls us to build, a world where the wisdom of the ages is a guiding force for every decision we make. In this vision, the words of the prophets, the stories of creation, and the visions of judgment and renewal are not merely relics of a bygone era. They are living lessons that shape our daily lives. They remind us that every act of love, every moment of kindness, has the power to transform not only our own hearts, but also the hearts of those around us. The final call of the Ethiopian Bible is clear. Do not let this sacred wisdom remain locked away in silence. Write it down, share it, and let its light spread far and wide. For the truth contained in these pages is not just for one generation, it is for all time. Every word, every vision, every prophecy is a beacon that can guide us through the darkest nights and lead us to a future filled with hope and promise. In practical terms, this call to embrace the light means that we must actively seek to live out the teachings we have learned. It means setting aside time for prayer, for reflection, and for meaningful conversation with those we love. It means building bridges of understanding across the divides that separate us, whether those divides are based on language, culture, or belief. It means committing ourselves to acts of service, to caring for the less fortunate, and to being the light in the lives of others. Consider, for example, the simple act of sharing a meal with someone in need. In that moment, you are not only providing nourishment for the body, but also hope for the soul. Or think of the power of a kind word offered to someone who is struggling. Such a word can be the spark that reignites a fading spirit. These are the everyday expressions of the divine light that the Ethiopian Bible so passionately extols. They are the small, often overlooked actions that, when combined, have the power to change the world. The call to spread the word also carries with it a responsibility. It is not enough to simply cherish this ancient wisdom in our own hearts. We must also pass it on to others. Whether through storytelling, teaching, or writing, each of us is called to be a guardian of this sacred legacy. Imagine a future in which every child grows up knowing the beauty of the Ethiopian Bible, not as an archaic text, but as a vibrant source of guidance and inspiration. Imagine that the wisdom of the prophets and the beauty of the sacred hymns become a part of everyday conversation, a shared language of love and hope that unites people across all divides. This is the invitation that the Ethiopian Bible extends to you, to take its light and share it boldly with the world. It is an invitation to be a living testament to the power of faith and the beauty of a life lived in accordance with divine truth. As you go forward, remember that your voice matters. Your actions matter. Every small act of kindness is a step toward building a brighter, more compassionate future. I encourage you, dear friend, to become a messenger of this light. Write down the truths that resonate with you, speak them into existence, and let them be a guiding star for others who are lost in the darkness. Whether you choose to share these teachings through art, music, literature, or simple conversation, know that each effort adds to the collective strength of a community bound by love and truth. Reflect on the profound impact that the Ethiopian Bible has had throughout the centuries. Its words have inspired countless generations, bringing comfort in times of sorrow, courage in moments of fear, and a deep sense of purpose to those who have embraced its teachings. Now, it is your turn to carry that legacy forward. Allow its timeless wisdom to inform your decisions, to shape your character, and to guide your interactions with others. In our modern world, where uncertainty and division often seem to dominate, the call to embrace the light and spread the word is more urgent than ever. The Ethiopian Bible offers a vision of a world transformed, a world where justice prevails, where every person is cherished, and where the eternal promise of divine love is a reality for all. This is not a distant dream. It is a possibility that begins with each one of us. It starts with the simple act of choosing to live in the light, of being a source of hope and inspiration, and of sharing that light with every soul we encounter. Let this final call be a reminder that the light of the Ethiopian Bible is not bound by time or space. It is eternal. Its message of unity, compassion, and divine justice echoes across the ages, inviting us all to join in a grand, collective effort to build a better world. As you leave these words behind, carry with you the determination to be that change. Let your life be a beacon that shines brightly for others to follow, a life that reflects the infinite light of the divine. May the Ethiopian Bible continue to guide you, inspire you, and fill your heart with the courage to stand for what is right. Embrace its teachings, share its wisdom, and let your actions speak of a deep, abiding commitment to truth and love. In doing so, you not only honor the legacy of this ancient treasure, but also help to create a future where the light of divine wisdom illuminates every corner of the earth. So, dear friend, I leave you with this final invitation. Walk in the light. Let every step be guided by the eternal truths of the Ethiopian Bible. Be a carrier of that light, a guardian of its wisdom, and a herald of its promise. And as you do so, know that you are contributing to a legacy that is as old as time and as vibrant as the morning sun. Your journey, your choices, and your unwavering commitment to living in the light are the keys to unlocking a future where peace, justice, and love reign supreme. May you find comfort in knowing that, no matter where life takes you, the light of the Ethiopian Bible will always be there to guide you, to uplift you, and to remind you of the eternal promise that all who live in truth will find their way home. Go forth with courage, with kindness, and with a heart that is open to the boundless possibilities of love and renewal.